Hello and welcome to class activity number 12. We are going to deploy a software using a group policy object. So this is a common task that you probably would do. Let's say you want to install a specific software on a lot of machines, and you can create a GPO that whenever anyone logs in from any of those computers, the computer will automatically install the software for you. So you don't have to run around installing the software on every machine. You just got to make sure somebody logs into one of those machines. And when they do log in, the software will automatically be installed. All right, so that's a great exercise to do. So the first thing you do is you want to get the software that you want to be installed. So today we are going to install the Google Chrome. So you want to download Google Chrome from their website. I think it's in the lab. You go to Chrome. You want the enterprise version. So I gave it to you in the lab. Make sure you open that lab number 12, the class activity, so you can download it. So I've downloaded it. It's called Google Chrome Standard Enterprise version, the 64-bit. If you right-click on it, you want to make sure and go to properties. It's the MSI extension. That's the package, because that's the one that's going to be deployed on all the computers. You don't want to download just the exe file, the one that downloads on a local machine. You want the MSI version, the package. All right, so take that. Once you get it, drag and drop it into once you download it on your host, drag and drop it into your domain controller desktop. I've already done that. You should be able to do that if you remember, because we did the guest editions image that allowed us to drag and drop, right? So I have it right here. Okay, now we need to put this into a share folder so that users can access it when they log in and install the software. So once that's done, well, before we actually do that, we need to verify that we're going to use the client workstation to make sure that we know which container it's located in, so that we can, when we create the GPO, that's where we're going to link it to the container where the computer was authenticated. If you open up the domain controller Active Directory and computers, and here's under XYZ computers, that's where the client computer was authenticated. Originally, it's usually placed in the folder, the computer folders. If you remember, it's empty because we moved it into the computer's container. It has to be in the container because that's where we're going to link the GPO when we're done. All the computers that you want to be to have the Chrome installed has to be on a container. So move it into a container, the container that you want it to be linked. So this is where we're going to link it. So if you click here, bingo. Now, if you don't have it in here, go to the computer and move it. Just drag and drop it. If it's not in the computers, your workstations, your client, then you have to go to the client, log in, and you have to join the client. I think it's lap 4. I think we did that. So you have to redo that and make sure that you have been authenticated, and then the computer has joined the domain. And when it joins in, come back in here and then move it to the XYZ computer. Okay, because if it's not in here, you won't be able to do the GPO. All right, so now we have that. You should have it, because if you've done these class activities before, you should be okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the File Explorer, and we're going to create a folder. All right, we're going to go to C Drive, and let's create a folder. Right click, go to New, and we'll just call it a software, right? All right, we're going to right click on Software folder and go to you know what? The first thing we do before you go to property, open up the software and let me drag and drop. Oops, sorry. Where are we here? We are here. I need to put the Google Chrome, copy it, and I'm going to put it into the software folder and paste it. There it is. Okay. So let me move this over here so you can see what I'm talking about. Right? I don't need to. Let me minimize this. You could have dragged and dropped it if you want to. All right. So once you have this inside that software folder, all right, right click on software folder, go to properties. Let me move this up a little bit. Go to sharing. Go to advanced sharing. Click on share this folder, right? Let's check the permissions. Everyone has the read only. Take a picture of it. Okay, that's good. Anybody that is logs in needs at least the read only so they can see it and execute whatever is in there. All right, that's fine. So take a picture of this and put it at the bottom of the lab. Okay, then click OK. You already shared. You can click apply and then click OK. All right, we need to copy the network path. We need this path. So let's copy it. Highlight, control the letter C, or just copy. And we can close. All right, so we have the software located in a folder. We shared it with all the users. They'll have the read-only permissions so they can execute whatever is inside. And now we need to open up the group policy management. All right. So let me expand this a little bit. All right. So under group policy object, remember you need to expand the forest XYZ, expand the domain, the XYZ local, and go to the group policy objects. I always like to create the policy first, the GPO, and then we'll link it to where the XYZ computers are, right? So let's create the GPO first. Right click on group policy object, click on new. And what did I want to call this? I think software deployment, let's call it. Software deployment GPO, right? Click OK. All right, let's edit it. Right click on the folder, the software GPO, click on edit. All right, now remember, this is a computer configuration, right? Not a user, because it doesn't matter which user logs in. So expand the policy under computer configuration. Expand the software settings. And right click on, you can right click on the software installation, right? And select properties. Okay. We are going to assign, click on assign, right? And the location, paste the path right here. And let's see, hold on a second. Okay, let me just, okay. And let's see. Click on apply, click on OK. Right click on it again. Go to new, package. Okay. And this is the package. Click on it. Otherwise, you go find it. Okay. So I pointed out. So otherwise you have to go and look for it, right? It should be in that software folder, right? And click open. All right, so that's what you need to do. So make sure I didn't even actually, here. Go back in here, go back to properties because I want to make sure that, take a picture of this, okay? Remember, 2 steps. You take the pic, you have to find the location, assign it. I leave the installation user interface fine, this is the way it is. Take a picture of this, put it at the bottom of the lab. And then when you're done with that, you have to right click on software installation and locate the package, right? All right, so once you're done with that, we're done, that's it. So let's go and log in with any user, log into the client. So go to the client, excuse me, and we're gonna log in. And let's log in with Jane Doe this time. I know we always log in with Mike Smith. Jane Doe, remember, has welcome 1, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll log in with Jane Doe this time. Actually, before we log into Jane Doe, one thing we did not do, some of you probably already noticed, that we did not link the GPO. So we just created it. It's ready to go, but it's not linked. So now this is our GPO. We need to link it to the XYZ computers. So right click on the XYZ computers first. Remember, you're in a domain controller. And link an existing GPO. And choose software deployment GPO and click OK. All right, now it's been linked. Then we can now go and log in the client to see if it gets installed. So let's go. This is the client. We're going to log in and he's going to install Chrome automatically. So let's log in. Remember, the password is well, we're going to use another user. We said we're going to need JDOE. And the password is welcome 1. All right, she needs to change her password. Let's make it welcome 2. Okay. Now, if the GPO doesn't take effects, we're going to force it by going to the command prompt and typing GP update space /force, and that will force the GPO to take effect, and hopefully Chrome will be installed. And okay, let it install. It looked like it did not do that yet, so let's do. Hey, hold on a second. Let's just make sure it's fully. Okay. Cancel. So let's do that. Type CMD. Okay, we're going to type GP update, one word, space, /force. Let's see what happens. Because of the change, it must be processed before the system startup. Okay, just say yes. So it's going to restart the computer. Okay, so let's relog in. We're going to go to start. And actually, we go to Jane Doe. You don't have to go to power. And we are going to sign out. And we're going to sign in again. Okay, welcome to. So as you can see, you have to turn off and restart the computer. Logging in just doesn't work. So you have to shut down the client and restart. And as you can see, it's installing the software for it to take effect. Okay, let it go through this, and I'll come back once this finish installing. All right. So by the way, to actually shut down the client, because from the power button it doesn't work, just shut it down from here, and make sure you don't save. You power off the machine and you click OK. Once it completely powers off, you go back and you start over again. You just reboot it and you should be able to install it. All right. But I already installed, so I'm just going to go back to and log in and verify that Chrome has been installed on the desktop. Welcome to. And there it is. So take a picture of this and put them at the bottom of your class activity lab. And that's it. Okay. So let me see here, shut down, because it keeps telling you why you're shutting down. For some reason, see, when you go to the start menu and you want to shut down, see, there's no currently power options available. I need to figure out why this is. Anyway, so when you need to shut the client down, if you need to restart, you have to shut it down this way and go power off the machine. Click OK. Usually that will take care of things. All right, and I will see you on the next class activity.